Welcome back to the Spicy Take Sport Podcast. This is going to be the predictions for the playoffs after the wild card round. Go back and watch the wild card round. It's posted before this. And so what we're going to go ahead and do, the way we're going to do this, we're going to have everyone just give what their divisional matchups are and just do each conference to the Super Bowl because they're all different, of course. So who wants to start with that?
You want to start out with you, Caleb?
Sure. So as a quick reminder, so I had the Cardinals beating the Rams, and then I had the Buccaneers beating the Eagles, and then the 49ers beating the Cowboys. So what that would shake out to is the Packers would then be playing the 49ers because they were the 6th seed, and the Cardinals would be playing the Buccaneers. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the way this works out is, I guess this is a prediction of what I'm going to do. So I'll just start out by saying I think the Packers would beat the 49ers. But what it ends up being is the Packers would end up playing the two teams that bounced them out of the NFC Championship the last 2 years in a row. I want to say I actually think that's good because A, they beat the 49ers already this year. Now it was a classic and it was a great game, although the reffing was dog shit. We really should have won by like 20 there. But we've already beat them. There's that thing if we don't want to get beat by these people again. I think the Packers kind of know what the 49ers want to do at this point. I just think I think the Packers kind of have an air of, we got to do it this year. This is the year. There's a lot of focus. We're getting back a lot of all pros right now with Jair and Bakhtiari and Za'Darius and Whitney Merciless is coming back this week. Devondre Campbell's fully healthy. This is the healthiest we'll have been the entire year, basically. So I think we beat the 49ers because we just have too much firepower for them to stop. I mean, you could kind of make the same argument you make that, I made that Dallas was going to lose to the 49ers because the 49ers can play ball control. But I don't know. I guess, A, I'm a Packers fan, so I'm going to say the Packers win. And B, I think that the Packers already proved they could stop it once. Why can't they do it again? And then Buccaneers versus Cardinals. That is a great game. But I'm just going to take Tom Brady in the playoffs every single time in just about every single situation, no matter what it is. And that Cardinals team is too often prone to crapping the bed in important games. Like, I think they can beat the Rams, but I don't think they can string 2 or 3 games together against really good teams. And so, yeah, I think they lose to the Bucs. So do you want me to do the entire divisional round first?
You can do whatever you want to do there.
Yeah, so divisional round in the AFC then. So the Titans are the number 1 seed, and I had the Bengals beating the Raiders and the Patriots beating the Bills and the Chiefs beating the Steelers. So if we have the Titans would then end up playing the Patriots, that would be a really good game. I'd take the 1 seed again, Patriots, Mac Jones. The Patriots don't have that cold weather advantage where the Titans can't throw, plus Derrick Henry's back anyway. The Titans are one of the few teams that could outball control the Patriots. And the Titans have a decent-ish defense that matches up well against what the Patriots will want to do offensively, because the one thing the Titans are good against is the run. So I would take the Titans there. KC versus Bengals is actually a more interesting matchup than I originally thought about, and I would like to take the Bengals here, but I kind of foresee it being a little bit like the Browns versus KC game was last year, where KC just does something at the end to pull it away. I think Burrow might throw an interception at a costly time, or maybe Jamar Chase makes a big drop or something, and KC will make the play that needs to be made to win the game. Then in the championship rounds, Green Bay versus Buccaneers. This game, it's such a good game. Even last year in what looked like a rout for half the time, and honestly, the Packers came back in the second half and made it a game. And I think the Packers are better prepared for what the Buccaneers would try to do this year. First off, Chris Godwin killed us last year. He destroyed Chandon Sullivan in the slot and made him his personal word that I will not say. he's now out with an ACL. Godwin is the safety blanket for that offense. Without that, I think Brady is lacking a little bit of that safety that he has there. Now Gronk is still playing, so there's some of that still, but it's just not quite the same. And the Packers having Devondre Campbell, a linebacker, when linebacker was such an issue last year, really helps them shore up that middle of the defense on third downs. That game really just comes down to turnovers. And Tom Brady has thrown more turnovers than Rodgers this year. And if the rest of the Packers team can manage to not turn the ball over like Aaron Jones fumbling last year, if we could just not do that, I think we have a very good chance of winning again. Our defense is way better than it was last year. That is important. KC versus the Titans. I don't really like KC this year, but I still have them winning that game. I mean, it's just hard to pick against an elite quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. And I love Tannehill, but Tannehill's no Patrick Mahomes. And if the game is on the line, do you really expect Tannehill to go down there and lead a game-winning drive in the fourth quarter if he has to actually throw and he can't just lean on Derrick Henry running the ball? I mean, it's possible. He's done it. But I wouldn't say it's as consistent as you know that Patrick Mahomes will go down and do it 9 times out of 10 when it matters.
What's Henry's status for this game?
He's expected to play.
Yeah. Has he even been activated yet? I don't know, but I know that every report coming out is that he's supposed to play in the first one. Yeah. So then I have a KC and Green Bay Super Bowl. I would take the Packers 31-26.
I would.
All right, maybe 34-26. I don't know. Casey's defense is super overrated because they had a couple good games against bad opponents.
Overrated.
I know people were jumping on that bandwagon. They're like, "Oh, Nick Bolton, he should be an All-Pro or something."
I don't know who was saying that. Oh God.
I was reading multiple takes of that online. A bunch of people were saying that he needs to be in the conversation to be the rookie, not rookie of the year. I'm not saying that, but they wanted him to be in like the rookie All-Pro team or whatever they call it, the rookie All NFL team. They wanted him as the linebacker next to Micah Parsons. I don't even think he goes that far personally, but
I'll go ahead.
31-26.
I'll go ahead and do mine. I'll start in the NFC as well. I had the same divisional as you did. So I got Green Bay and San Francisco, Tampa and Arizona. I got Green Bay for the same reasons you said. I just feel like they have more firepower. Do I trust Jimmy Garoppolo or Aaron Rodgers? It's part of it. I understand. I mean, the Niners team that beat the Packers in the last NFC Championship game they played was a lot more loaded than this year's Niners team is. To this day, I say that DeForest Buckner trade to the Colts, one of the worst decisions that the 49ers manager could have ever done. You can ask Colton. I think I told him that the day it happened. I was like, this is a horrible decision, and they've never really been as shirt up inside against the run.
Kinlaw is not even close to the player that Buckner is.
They were willing to give Eric Armstead the money, but wasn't willing to give DeForest Buckner, which I think was extremely stupid. But either way, I think the Green Bay gets by San Francisco. I have Arizona upsetting Tampa. It's literally breaking my golden rule of the NFL playoffs, which is never pick against Tom Brady. So it could be completely wrong. I'm not going to lie. But I think that all the injuries that is happening to Tampa here at the very end of the year has got to bite at some point. I don't think it bites against Philadelphia because I think Philadelphia's not a good team. But I've been on the Arizona bandwagon since the preseason. And when the team's been healthy, they have been very, very good. It's when they've not been healthy that they started struggling a bit. They're starting to get a little bit more healthy now as Nuke Hopkins should be back, what all the reports are saying. So I think Arizona does pull it off. In the AFC, I went chalk. So I went chalk in the first round. It won't be chalk from here though. I have Cincinnati upsetting Tennessee. I don't trust Ryan Tannehill in the big game. He's a solid quarterback, but I put him kind of in the same conversations as Kirk Cousins. Do you really trust him to go out there and beat a good quarterback in the playoffs for a big game? I don't. Yeah, they're getting Derrick Henry.
Comparison.
Huh?
Very, very, very Kirk Cousins quarterback.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, so I don't see I don't see them beating beating a Cincinnati team that I think is one of the hottest teams in the league coming in.
I agree.
Burrow is a stud. Freaking love Burrow. So I think Cincinnati upsets.
And it's Towson, man. I love him too. I had the Bengals win the Super Bowl.
Oh,
So
yeah, and then I got KC beat Buffalo. I think that I'll be completely honest. I think KC took everyone saying that they've been figured out when they were sitting there at 3-4, 8 weeks through the season. People were saying they were figured out. Kind of took what Nick Saban said going into the SEC championship game that it was kind of rat poison. I think they kind of took that along as well. They went out and won 8 in a row after that. Of course, they lost one since then, but I just think KC is a very good team.
yeah.
I just think it's hard for me to pick against KC. I really like Andy Reid as a coach, and I think Pat Mahomes is the most talented quarterback in the league, and I think there's just certain things on the football field that he can do that no one else can do. I was high on him coming out of the draft to begin with, like extremely.
Patrick?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, yeah.
Like they had like some sort of measurement in the combine where they read it was like coming out of his hand at 70 miles an hour. And I'm like, that's something that you can't even teach. So,
Yeah.
So I have a lot of, I like Patrick Mahomes. Cannot stand his brother, but like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
True.
I don't think anybody can. I don't think any of our listeners would like disagree with you.
Yeah, for sure not. And then, so I have another golden rule. I have 2 golden rules. Number 1 is don't pick against Tom Brady, which I've broken. I'm not going to break this other one. I also have a golden rule. I'm never picking the Green Bay Packers to go to the Super Bowl because I hate them. So I've got Arizona pulling off the upset. Running quarterbacks have always given any NFC North team issues to begin with. And again, I just feel like this is Kyler Murray's coming out party. So I know you don't like that, but
Cliff Kingsbury is the most overrated coach in NFL history.
Yeah, I can say that.
Kingsbury?
Yeah.
What you're saying, Cliff?
Yeah.
He didn't have a good
overrated.
season. Wow. Yeah, he didn't have a good season in college and somehow got a job in the NFL.
I mean, they've tanked at the end of every single year that they've played. I mean, they go into the playoffs stone cold, and they haven't even made the playoffs the last couple of years.
All right, Caleb, put Matt LaFleur on the Jaguars. How many wins does he have in 3 seasons?
In 3 seasons?
Yeah, 3 seasons. Because he has what? 36, 37 in 3 seasons with the
38.
Packers. Yeah, exactly. The most out of any head coach in 3 years.
3 years of the Jaguars with Trevor.
Actually, no. Let me. Okay. Put him on.
What's a more
Put him
hopeless
on
team?
the Giants. Put him on the Giants. How many wins do you think he has in 3 years?
I think he'd be fired after 2 years because everyone will be. But
Yeah. All right.
I mean, Daniel Jones is a horrible quarterback, so it just depends who he gets. I could see him taking the Giants in 2 years if Daniel Jones plays like he does now but avoids injury. I could see him averaging 8 wins a season, so 16.
8 wins is what I have in my head. Yeah, I agree. And I don't think he's a bad coach, but I think it's like, Eric Spoelstra with the Heat. You give LeBron, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade to anybody, you're gonna do well.
I don't disagree there.
I feel like it's similar with somebody. I mean, and you can say what you want about Bill Belichick, but I don't know.
Well, did you give your Super Bowl?
No, I haven't gone to the AFC Championship game. I got KC beating Cincinnati. Same reasons that Caleb has them beating them in the divisional. Same reason I had them winning in the conference title. I guess think that they're a more complete and a more experienced team. That's the only reason. I think it could be an amazing game. Be probably a game I'd literally set my calendar to. I'm gonna sit here and watch this game.
I do think the Bengals could win though.
They could definitely win it.
Like I would say that was like a 60-40 pick for me.
Again,
that wasn't something I was super high on.
I have the Bengals going to the Super Bowl because I think they're, like Caleb was saying, they're so hot, and I think Joe Burrow is just an assassin, and I think I don't have them winning the Super Bowl, but I have them I feel like if they get hot in the playoffs, he wins one game, they'll win 2 games, and I don't know. I think like Colton was saying in the last podcast, Colton was saying, with Jamar Chase, that connection they have, that there's just they're and Joe Mixon, they just have a great offense, and
Yeah, I love Cincinnati. It's just this experience is the main thing. Experience. I think it's going to be a fun matchup, and I think we could see this matchup for years to come as well in this AFC Championship.
Oh, for sure, and that's exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Super Bowl, KC, Arizona. I got KC winning it 35-31.
That'd be a fun game.
It'd be a no defensive type of game. But
exactly.
That's what
I
made it
have
so
a
fun.
lot of faith in KC. I put them in the Super Bowl, but only by virtue of I think the AFC is weak this year. I don't know if they'd make it out of the first round in the NFC.
I agree.
I think all 4 division winners would beat the Chiefs soundly.
Yep.
So you got winning the Super Bowl, Roger?
KC. 35-31. It's just Mahomes. That's the main thing. Mahomes and Andy Reid. I think.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys will agree with any of these. I kind of went the opposite way of everybody. So for the NFC, I had the obviously Bucks in the lead. What?
They're playing the Packers in the next round.
No, I'm talking about before that.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. So Rams and Cardinals had the Rams play the Cardinals. So the Rams play the Packers.
The Rams would be the 4th seed.
Yeah, because you have the Cowboys, so yeah, it would be the Rams. Would be the Rams play.
Yeah,
the
Let me go to the AFC.
because he had the chalk, right? So
Let me go to the AFC. I have the Bills beating the Patriots. Okay. So the Titans obviously have the first round bye, and the Titans and the Bills. I have the Bills beating the Titans. I'd say easily by 7 points or more. I think. Oh, thank you. That will help. I just think the Bills. I think their defense is great. I think the Titans. They'll have Derrick Henry back. They'll have fresh legs, but I don't see them beating the Bills. The offense is just too much.
Firepower.
Yeah. Their quarterback.
Holmes.
No, the Bills.
Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen. And then after that, it was KC and the Bengals, and I had the Bengals beating KC. I think that Patrick Mahomes, I think he's a great quarterback, like we were talking about before we went on air, that he definitely has a Super Bowl or 2 left in him. But I just think the Bengals, like I was saying earlier, the Bengals are way too hot, and Patrick Mahomes is going to get bounced out. I don't think that'll be a stain on his career at all. Like we were saying earlier, he'll win another Super Bowl or 2. But I don't think it'll be this year. I just think the Bengals are too hot. They have such great offense. They have a good defense. Bengals are going to be beating KC. But the Bengals going to the Super Bowl in the AFC. In the NFC, I had Jesus Christ. I got to look down at this. I had the Bucks beating the Eagles and the Bucks and Packers. That's a tough game. That's a tough game. Caleb, who did you have? You have the Packers, obviously.
Yeah, the Packers.
I don't know. That's a tough game. And in my notes, I have Tampa Bay beating the Packers. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Scratch that. I have the Bucks beating the Packers, or I have the Packers beating the Bucks. I know I'm stumbling so hard.
in the championship round.
Yeah, or going to the NFC Championship. So the divisional round, I have the Packers beating the Bucks. I just think that Aaron Rodgers he's we don't know if this is his swan song.
Yeah.
We don't know if this is his Green Bay swan song. We don't know. I just think that Aaron Rodgers is he's gonna play his heart out, and they're gonna beat Tom Brady. They're gonna beat Tom Brady and the Bucs. In the divisional round, Cowboys and 49ers. That was good.
All right, so you got in the wild card, you got Cowboys, Niners. Who do you pick in that game?
And the Cowboys and Niners.
Okay, so then you already picked the Rams. So it's Rams and Cowboys in divisional round.
Wait,
Okay,
no,
so
because the Pack or the Bucks are the number 2 seed, so they couldn't play the Packers in the divisional, right? It would have to be the Packers versus the
Rams.
Rams and the Bucks versus the Cowboys in the divisional.
I have the Packers and the Rams.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I have the Packers beating the Rams, just for the same reason I keep reiterating that Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. I don't need to argue the fact that Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. I am, again, watch last podcast.
Fan.
I am a Minnesota Vikings fan. I hate Aaron Rodgers. His mom hates him. We all hate him. But Aaron Rodgers is that guy. They're the number 1 seed for a reason. He's going to the Super Bowl. And I have him going to the Super Bowl. I love Matthew Stafford. He's a great quarterback, and they have a great team. And Sean McVay is one of the best young coaches in the NFL, but it'll be too much.
Rodgers made Stafford his bitch for the last 15 years anyway. So I mean, why not keep
Exactly.
it up?
So what's one more game? In the Super Bowl, I have the Cincinnati Bengals playing the Green Bay Packers.
That'd be
And
a
I
crazy
think-
game. Burrow
I-
versus Rodgers.
I personally think that'll be a marquee matchup, and I think that it'll be a closer game than people think. And I, again, love Joe Burrow. I think they're hot as hell, and they, they would play a lights out game, but I have the Packers winning 35-21 Packers in the Super Bowl. And
It was a hell of a game in the regular season. Remember, that was the game that Mason Crosby missed 5 kicks.
Yeah. And it pains me to say it, but unbiasedly, I recognize, the talent behind Aaron Rodgers. And you could put anybody, you asked Devontae Adams, of course, but you could put anyone around him. Same with Tom Brady. And this is just his year. You look at him, and it's just a different aura around him. I don't know. I hate him so much, and I can't wait for him to retire or at least get out of the NFC North. But I have the Packers winning at least by a tutty, at least by a touchdown, winning the Super Bowl. And good for them, and good for Aaron Rodgers.
I feel like this is jinxed the Packers now. It's totally jinxed them by a Vikings fan saying that they're going to win. We're screwed now.
Love you picked up on that. So
Give him the Vikings juju here. Just go.
yeah, there you go. Just goal.
Oh,
Mason
God.
Crosby misses a kick to lose the Super Bowl.
Oh,
You will not see me for like 2 weeks. I'll come back a different person.
I would love that so much.
And the Falcons on Super Bowl newspapers, I go to school for like 2 days. So to be fair, it was rough. So we got about 10 minutes left, so we wrap this up kind of quickly. But this is with the Chiefs and Titans.
You get a little closer to the mic.
Yeah, can you move the mic a little closer?
Okay, can you hear me
There we
now?
go.
Better, much better.
The divisional round between the Chiefs and Titans. Cool, it's in Tennessee and everything, but Patrick Mahomes has too much firepower. The Titans, cool, Derrick Henry's back. Tannehill is above average quarterback. So, I don't know. I just have the Chiefs advancing there to the AFC Championship, and then with the Bills and the Bengals. Allen, he's just it, man.
Somebody's trying to break him.
It's Nicholas. So, I have the Bills advancing, playing the Chiefs. Kind of a rematch of last year's AFC Championship. And then the flip over to the divisional round, Tom Brady's going to lose this game to Aaron Rodgers, and I have the Packers advancing to NFC. I have the Pack playing the Cards. Wait, hold on, did I do it right? But yeah. So the Cowboys lost to Niners. Yeah, okay. Anyways, all right. So then Cardinals will lose to the Packers. And then I would have Packers and Bills in the Super Bowl. And I have the final score 31-14 with the Packers. So
Wow,
I
you're
think-
predicting the Bills don't score anything there.
yeah, Bills only scored 14. Honestly, the Packers actually have a pretty good defense. In fantasy at least, they were top 10 for most of the year. Forced turnovers here and there. Eric Stokes, Georgia boy. He's had a few picks this year.
He's the real deal.
He's legit. So I mean,
I hate you, Packers.
No,
Cornerbacks actually can play.
And that don't rape people. That always helps.
That usually adds a little bit.
I think Allen's gonna in the AFC Championship's gonna flip back to that. I think Allen's gonna outplay Mahomes, and then I mean I think Rodgers is gonna outplay Kyler Murray. So, but yeah, Aaron Rodgers rides off in the sunset with another Super Bowl, gets his second ring.
That was quite the change up there, though. You go from saying Allen's it to they're gonna score 14 points against the Packers.
Well, I think he's gonna have such a high against Kansas City and winning that game that I think he's gonna kind of come down from that high. Aaron Rodgers is gonna take the reins in that game and they're gonna win. I mean, I think they're gonna have a fluke game. Actually, I think they're gonna try to rely too much on Allen, even though that's not really the most likely thing because he's such a freak athlete. I mean, it was his arm and his legs. But I think eventually Packers just stack the box on him, man. I mean,
yeah.
It won't always work.
I could see West Virginia boy Rasul Douglas getting a pick six off of Allen.
Eric Stokes will get an interception in this game. If the Packers and Bills play in the Super Bowl, Eric Stokes will have at least one interception, one forced fumble. Count on it.
If Eric Stokes gets an interception in the Super Bowl and we win, I will get an Eric Stokes jersey.
So
I like that.
Last thing before we end this podcast. If you guys both have the Packers winning it. Ryan has
I picked the Packers.
I have the Chiefs winning it. Who is your all's Super Bowl MVP?
What was that?
Who is the Super Bowl MVP based on yours?
If it's the Packers?
Yeah.
I mean, Super Bowl MVP, you got to give it to Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I think he's going to have at least 300 yards in the Super Bowl, and I mean, he's going to, ball out. He's going to have a great game. And I think it's just going to be the perfect kind of scenario for Aaron Rodgers in this game. I think Devontae Adams will probably have well over 100 yards, probably a touchdown or two, but I think Aaron Rodgers is probably going to – I think he's going to rush for about 30, 40 yards too. I just have a weird feeling he's going to have some sort of he's going to put his body on the line kind of game, kind of like a Stetson Bennett national championship game, put your body on the line, go all out for your team kind of thing, because, I mean, it may be his last game and in a great uniform, I mean, you never know. So
kind of like the Elway helicopter. Your Packers. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah, hey, he may helicopter end zone and win the Super Bowl that way. You never know. I mean, he may do a John Elway. We have no clue, to be honest.
I'm assuming you have the same.
No, I'm gonna take Rasul Douglas. He's gonna have a pick six and another interception. Two interceptions and a pick six.
Nice. Well, if I have KC winning it. I don't think it's going to be Pat Mahomes as the MVP. I think Tyreek Hill has 180 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
I mean,
spicy, I guess.
Arizona's secondary is a little bit rough. So
Buda Baker, though, he's not known for getting beat deep.
But he doesn't play Tyreek Hill very often. So that's the thing.
That's true.
Tyreek Hill is like another level of speed. So I think he goes 180 yards, 3 touchdowns, wins the Super Bowl MVP.
Wow. Did he just pick the Cardinals to win the Super Bowl?
No,
he picked.
I picked KC to beat Arizona.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say. I thought that was a prediction earlier. But I respect it.
I'll be super surprised if the
Am I the only one that had the Packers Caleb the after?
He did.
You got KC.
Oh, I did.
No,
yeah.
I'm the only one with KC. All y'all have Packers winning it.
Yeah, we all have Packers. He has Kansas City.
I have Packers.
Well,
Bills back.
We will see.
We will see. It's
Yeah.
exciting. It's an exciting. I think.
Very unpredictable. It's very unpredictable playoffs.
The future's bright. Yeah.
very.
Our lifetime.
I mean,
Quarterbacks. And offense.
Light up this much.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good young players out there.
A lot of good.
yeah, excited. Getting ready for tomorrow. We'll start this day. We'll start these great playoff matchups out, and
we'll have to go back and circle back at our predictions.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, wait, I wanted to ask you guys really quickly before I end, just like a quick blurb. What's your most disappointing thing about the season heading into the postseason. I know mine off the bat. It's Justin Herbert not getting into the playoffs.
That's a good one. Easily Urban Meyer with the back.
What was that?
Urban Meyer.
And just because I've talked about
What's going on?
I grew up in Jacksonville. I love the Jaguars. But I want the best for them. And I thought the best situation we've ever had since what's his name? Who was their
The
Mark
lefty.
Brunell.
Yeah, the lefty Brunell.
And Fred
Oh yeah.
90s, this is the best chance they have with Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence. I told all my friends this is the chance they have to be successful, and it just turned out into an absolute Jacksonville dumpster fire. Like,
Yeah.
like it couldn't even be written in a movie because you think it was fake because of how true to Jacksonville that turned out.
Real quick,
So that was the most.
real quick in a few seconds, I have the Browns. I mean, Baker's been hurt all year. They've had a lot of injuries, but I just feel like the Browns are going to make another big, long playoff push, and they never got because kind of hurt and it's kind of, flop. So, what do y'all think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Mine's just the whole season with the COVID stuff. Just the fact that it can possibly make a role in the playoffs is kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
But
Nope.
yeah, excited. And until then, see us next time. Peace.
See ya.